In this video, I'm going to explain to you why you should not let toxic co-workers destroy your career. I've worked at Goldman Sachs, Morgan Stanley and HSBC in investment banking and sales and trading at the very top of the finance industry for over 10 years. And I've dealt with many toxic co-workers, toxic managers, backstabbing co-workers, deliberate manipulation, office politics, lies, and all the typical toxic co-workers you've all probably dealt with if you are watching this video, right? Now, there are many different ways of dealing with this, right? And the first thing is always look at your other career opportunities. Start an informal job search, reach out to a few recruiters, look out internally and externally for other jobs that could be similar, where you could go and do your job without being around toxic people. Second thing is, while you are working there, avoid getting involved in any of the gossip about co-workers or any of the gossip or negative comments people might make about others, about the boss and things like that, because you don't want to get caught up or get a reputation for being someone who's a negative, gossipy type of person. Even if other people are doing it and getting away with it, you don't want that to reflect poorly upon yourself. Don't get into discussions around your salary, around other people's salary. People can be quite insecure, particularly in this kind of crabs in the bucket mentality we see with many people. Lots of people are quite envious to see other people who are successful. Don't discuss your salary and things like that with other people. Another point of advice I'd see is be careful about how you talk to others, because if you're dealing with toxic co-workers who are kind of manipulative, who can play the victim when it's convenient for them, can be manipulative when it's convenient for them. If you even have a general conversation with them about your personal life, their personal life, they might gossip about your personal life. If you give them a compliment, they could take it the wrong way and say it's harassment or it's inappropriate or problematic or toxic, and that they could go to HR or employee relations and try to sabotage your career. So you have to be aware of all of these type of questionable behaviors you might have to deal with. So again, don't let co-workers destroy your career by being emotionally detached from them, not getting too close to them emotionally or to be overly friendly with them. And always think about this. You go to work to earn an income, you go to work to earn a high salary. You're not going there to make friends, and people are not really your friends there. They're just complete strangers who you tend to work with. Another thing to be aware of is in this highly sensitive environment with woke culture, liberalism, feminism, easily offended people, a very tense, divisive dynamic between men and women, left wing and right wing, different political agendas or racial or religious agendas. Try to avoid anything around jokes, around politics at work, because again, co-workers can really hold a grudge against you if you have a different political view from them. If you make a joke they consider inappropriate, they might respond passive aggressively by trying to demean your work or backstab you or gossip about you to other co-workers or to the manager. These are the type of behaviors you have to be careful to look out for, right? This type of contentious type of behavior where people will use any opportunity to manipulate things against you. And then lastly, if things get really toxic and you haven't been able to find another job in the last few months of working there, for example, you're really looking to leave, you could either leave, save your money, and then have a few months unemployed until you find your next job, or you could go to employee relations, which ultimately, employee relations, HR, if you go and complain to them about toxic co-workers, they're really not going to help you. They're going to see you as making a big fuss about something. I've dealt with those type of scenarios. They're going to see you as someone who's making the company look bad. So they'll actually cooperate with the managers and with the other toxic co-workers against you to make it look like you're making a fuss about nothing, or that you're trying to raise illegitimate complaints about the company. So always be prepared that, if you're isolated at work, people are not looking out for your best interest. They're seeing you as a threat because maybe you're smarter than them, more competent than them. They're trying to hold you back, hold you down. Look for another job and leave as amicably and as politely and professionally as possible without that impacting you too much. So there's just a few points for you to consider. I've definitely dealt with those type of scenarios. Leave a comment if you have dealt with those toxic co-workers, and I'll respond with some advice that worked for me. I've dealt with completely crazy psychopath type of people in the finance industry, so it's nothing new. I'm something I'm happy to help with. There are 2 recommended videos on your screen right now, a free ebook in the description, and I'll see you next time.